How's it going? Dave here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking all about the whole tone scale and how you can use it in your playing. So I'm going to show you how to play the scale, I'm going to show you which chords to play the scale over, and I'm going to show you how to write some cool neo-soul style riffs using the whole tone scale too. The whole tone scale is a hexatonic scale, meaning it has 6 notes, and it's comprised of just stacked whole tones, so one whole tone after the next. And the intervallic structure of the whole tone scale would be root, second, third, sharp fourth, sharp fifth, and a flat seventh. So let's take a quick look at how to play the whole tone scale. We're going to be playing the C whole tone scale here. So we're starting on C, which is the 8th fret of the low E string. We're playing 8, 10, 12 on the low E string. Then we're going to play 9, 11 on the A string. Then we're going to play 8, 10, 12 again on the D string. Then we're going to play 9, 11 on the G and B strings. And then we're going to play 8, 10, 12 on the E string. So it's quite an easy scale to remember. And the cool thing about the scale is that you can just repeat the scale 2 frets lower, a whole tone lower, or 2 frets higher, a whole tone higher, and you still get the same scale just starting at a different point. So now I'm going to play the same scale 2 frets higher. And I'm playing the exact same scale, just with a different starting point. So we established that the scale consists of a root, second, third, sharp fourth, sharp fifth, and a flat seventh. So what chord do we make if we stack the thirds? We get a root, we get third, we get a sharp fifth, and we get a flat seventh. So that's a dominant seventh with a sharp fifth. Whenever you're playing your 5 chord in your chord progression, you could either play a dominant seventh and not play a fifth at all, so just root, third, flat seventh, or you could play a dominant seventh with a sharp fifth, so we could have root, third, sharp fifth, flat seventh. And either one of those work as your 5 chord, and we can play the whole tone scale over the top of that. Let's take a look at our first lick. In our first lick, we are playing in the key of C, and the chord progression is a 2-5-1. So we're playing D minor 7, we're playing G 7 sharp 5. That's the chord that we're going to play the whole tone scale over. We're going to play the G whole tone scale because the root note of our chord is G, and then C major 7, which is our 1. Okay, D minor 7, G7 sharp 5, C major 7. Okay, and over the rest of it, we're going to play the C major pentatonic scale. So a cool thing that you can do with the whole tone scale is create augmented arpeggios starting on any note of the whole tone scale. So let's take a quick look at how to play augmented arpeggios. So we're going to use the C whole tone scale again, and we're going to play an augmented arpeggio starting on C. So we're playing 8 with our little finger on the low E string, 7 on the A string, 6 on the D string, 5 on the B string, 5 on the G string, 5 on the B string as well, 4 on the high E string. Okay? Now you can extract that down to 3 notes. And again, as I said, with the whole tone scale, you can play everything a tone higher or a tone lower. So you could essentially just play one of these extracted augmented arpeggios and just play 2 frets higher at a time, or 2 frets lower, like that. And that's exactly what I've done in the next lick. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the 2-5-1 progression again, D minor 7, G7 sharp 5, C major 7. Over that G7 sharp 5, I'm using the G whole tone scale, and I'm playing this G augmented shape and just ascending it 2 frets at a time in whole tones, and then it resolves very nicely on a C major 9 kind of triad. So take a listen. So that's basically how you can use the whole tone scale for soloing and lead lines. Now let's take a look at how you can maybe create a riff with it. It's very, very simple. All we're going to do is play a chord and descend it by a whole tone at a time. So what I like to use is this kind of major 7 shape. So I'm playing 10 on the A string, 9 on the D string, and 11 on the G string. And you can hammer on from the 9th fret to the 11th fret there for a very neo-soul kind of sound. What I'm doing in this riff that you're about to hear is I am literally just descending in whole tones. You could go forever, really. It sounds really cool in the neo-soul genre. So take a listen to the riff. There you have it, and you can try this with any other kind of chord. You could try major 9 chords maybe. Or major 7 chords. Or even minor chords. That sounds quite cool as well. I find that, in my opinion, it might not be your opinion, that ascending whole tones with chords doesn't sound too good. It's not terrible, so maybe you can make it work. But for me, I'm going to stick with descending the whole tone scale with my chords and writing riffs that way. That's the whole tone scale. That's how you can use it in your kind of neo-soul R&B playing. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Make sure you give the video a like if you enjoyed it as well, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you click that notification bell too, so that you're notified every single time I release a new video. Now, if you're looking to write some really awesome sounding neo-soul chord progressions, then I've written a book called Chord Charisma, which talks about how you can do just that. And I'm offering the first 2 chapters of that book for free. So all you have to do is head to the description, and there's a link in the description where you can grab your free copy of the first 2 chapters of the book. Those first 2 chapters are going to show you how to write a basic sounding chord progression at first, but then build it up into something more sophisticated using extensions like 6th, 7th, 9th, 11th, and 13th. And you're going to create some really amazing sounding chord progressions just from those first 2 chapters. And it's absolutely free, so you've got nothing to lose. So definitely check that out. Also, check out my Patreon page if you want to give back to the channel. You can donate as little as $2 a month, and the support is greatly, greatly appreciated. I'll catch you in the next video, and have a good one.